So, surprise, surprise, the recording for this week's reality check didn't work. So I thought I'd do a roundup and post it anyway. So this school platform is where we continue to build scaffolding and structure to support our mental health and our emotional well-being, as well as our physical bodies. And for me, it's a place for me to coach and teach more. And I always think a quick 15 minutes is enough to create a touch point. We do the meditation and breath work to add a pause to the beginning of the week, and then the stretch at the end of the week gives us time to move into our body. And this middle part of the week is so we can have a little contemplation, because for me, everything starts from the inside out, to address what's going on the inside, because I truly believe that our relationship to all other things falls into place. Because I think we often get to the end of our tether before being able to action something. We live in this something's got to change state. But to create these little pockets, these moments of time, remind us to remember ourselves. And I always say our body is our house and our home, and just like a home, we build the foundations, we furnish it, we clean up our insides. It's this continual process. So in some ways, we're always beginning again. We unravel, we build, we rethink the way we do things, and then we start again over and over differently. You know, some things work, sometimes they don't, but we're always evolving, always starting over. So I did read from this book by John O'Donoghue, because he said that a beginning can take a long time in preparation. He goes on to say that to live a truly creative life, we always need to cast a critical look at where we presently are, attempting to discern where we have become stagnant and where new beginnings might be ripening. And that to live a conscious life, we need to consciously refine our listening. I just love that. So that's why getting quiet and doing some breathing and some meditation and some yoga and some contemplation are such an integral part of the practices that I do here. So one of the things that I want to do every Wednesday is to give you a question to take into your week to ponder. I don't just want to read some inspirational quote that will give you this momentary spike of dopamine and make us feel good just for that little moment. But I want to give you something that might help change the way you think and the way you're in dialogue with yourself. Because I often think there's a disconnect between our head and our heart, and we want to shorten the distance between what goes on here. So the question I want to leave you with today is, what would I do if I stopped waiting to feel ready? To get out of feeling like everything needs to be perfect to start. So for me, setting up on this platform has taken time, not because I wanted things to be perfect, because clearly they're not, but I wanted things to be ready enough not to be chasing my tail. So again, the question I want to leave you with is, what would I do if I stopped waiting to feel ready? So you can think about that yourself, maybe action something. If you want to share it here or share something with me, you can DM. Because to live in this world, we need to live into the questions, using curiosity as this landmine to disrupt the way we think and operate. Next week, I've got a PDF to share with you, and we go through 6 different elements: move, breathe, eat, rest, and connect, and the mindset, just to see what we're carrying, what we don't need to, what we can toss to make room for the things that we want to do. I've called it, and some of you might have done this with me, baggage and bucket lists. So that's it for this week's reality check. I'll be back next week. Tomorrow morning, I have the stretch class happening. So join me or follow up later. It's just a really nice way to move into your body and become familiar with yourself. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.